Nobody wants a perfect person. You will fail anyway. When you start any business, you fail first. You have to create that gap for experience of failure. And then
aujourd'hui, nous avons un expert de haut calibre qui va nous partager son expérience en tant qu'entrepreneur. Il est fondateur de plusieurs entreprises, auteur de plusieurs livres. Il va nous parler de comment lancer une start-up tech au Cameroun avec des compétences acquises en Chine. Mesdames et messieurs, chers étudiants, chers panélistes, nous vous prions d'ovationner M. Théodore Dugaché qui va nous entretenir sur cette thématique.
I want to greet everybody sitting here, and we have been sitting here for quite a long time, and I appreciate everyone sitting here right now who has the resilience to sit here till the last panelist presents whatever he wants to say. The first thing I want to say is a brief introduction of myself and the title I want to talk about. The first thing is, these are my names. I'm the founder and CEO of Lelemall, and today I really want us to talk about smart startup because it's an opportunity to talk to a group of Cameroonian students, not only Cameroonian students, but a group of students, people with a vision of transforming the world in the future. I know, and I'm pretty happy with the previous panelists because they came from diversity of backgrounds and they tried to share the experiences. But if I may say categorically, I would like to say that we Cameroonians are born to create and to own companies. We are born to create. So whatever you do, keep in your mind, there is one thing. We are entrepreneurs because of our diversity. We have gone through a lot from where you were born. If I ask you to raise your hands and point behind to where you grew up, your hometown, your village, your society, your community, you will understand that you come from a box of pain points. There are so many pain points from where you were born to where you are right now. Stepping through university studies or secondary school learning in Cameroon, and stepping right up to the challenges of segregations in China. You were born to create because nobody has a job for you. That is very true. And this is part of our DNA because our employment struggles in Cameroon are so massive. There is huge competition for public services, and they only pick a few. The government cannot employ all of Cameroon. They can only employ a few. And our private sectors are so weak. We haven't developed that private sector to be firm enough. So I want to say that a group of people in China, Cameroonians, are entrepreneurs. You have to build companies. You have to develop Cameroon by building the private sector of Cameroon and allow the government sector to those who are back in Cameroon. Because your experiences, through from where you were born, through school, university learning in Cameroon, and actual experiences in China already build a mindset of problem solving because every day you're solving problems already. So I want us to talk a little bit about myself. I studied in the University of Yaoundé, Toussoua, Law, Political Science, Dr. Ondoa, yeah. And after graduation, I didn't work in Cameroon or try to work in Cameroon. I studied for the matrix program and I just dashed straight to China. And when I got to China, we all went through a lot of experiences of having to speak at a host of Tibo dogs. And we have to reveal answers to those questions and struggle. The mindset begins to turn around. I want to feel that my presentation comes last, and I want to make it a point of energy, a revolution for us Cameroonians in China, a reset of our mindset, of our minds. We should think and understand and know our purpose. And it's not by chance, it is ordained that we come here to China. We see the visible speed of China and we experience it all, and we are all from a bunch of pain points back from your hometown in Cameroon. I'm not talking about Yaoundé, the city center. It's also a bunch of pain points. I'm talking about your hometown, where you were born, where your uncles are sitting, your parents, everybody, those who know you, those who can swear for you. is full of pain points, right up to China. Every day is an experience. And through the experiences I had in China, I published a book on Amazon, and this is the book. I thought it was over. There was a book launch ceremony here in Shanghai, and many people who are from Shanghai came. I live in Shanghai, and also in my process, I also came up with this book, Start Now, because that's one of the key things that I experienced in China. Because after I got here, I completed from Jiao Tong University, and one of the key lessons in China is that you do not wait until the whistle is sounded before you start playing the game. Start playing it, so that when the whistle is sounded, you score. That is the speed of China, feasible speed. Do not wait to get perfection. Do not wait to get things perfectly done before you move on to do something. This is the time and this is the era for Cameroonians, especially, to do things. Because if we wait for a whistle to be sounded by anybody, there's going to be no time. We know it. We have lived through Cameroon for a long period of time, and we haven't got any cake on our plates. So we can't pretend about it. So, well, I created this company. It's in Cameroon. It's a little factory. It's in Cameroon that produces rooftop. And I talked to somebody who advertised downstairs and who also does that. And one of the talk is, I'm not going to be talking a lot about the results or whatever. I'm just going to give us a chance to think and ask questions and work faster. Speed beats perfection. That is what I just mentioned. We don't want to be great and perfect. Students around the world, other countries are creating businesses that are impacting Cameroon, are impacting their countries. We Cameroonians shouldn't sit and rely on government, maybe scholarship, and think that that is a soft bed we lie and walk through life. No, we have to think, we have to beat speed, we have to think of our pain points, walk through the journey, come up with some results, because that is our DNA. And the next one is technology must solve problems. Just think, for instance, how much of technology we experience in China on a daily basis. Our lives in China are all being manipulated by technological gadgets and technological solutions. All of these solutions can be replicated in Cameroon. You all can replicate something in Cameroon. You have a bunch of pain points. It's all a pain point country. Everything is a problem. We have to replicate. We have to use technology to solve every problem. The world is moving to a level where only technology will be used to solve problems. So, starting up a tech company is a thing we all have to do. You have to create an idea, pick a vision, focus on it, and it's all going to mature. The next one is, I just want to motivate that it's not for any special tech people. I am not from a tech background, but I founded Lelemall. Not only Lelemall, but other tech ideas. You have to think of solutions. And if you think of solutions or problems, and you think of those problems and how to solve them, you do not have to build the tech solution yourself. They say that the A students in the school work for the C students. That is a reality. If you are an A student, what are you going to get? If you are an A student in Cameroon, where do you go? You go to queues, of course. That's where the government sucks you up. Once you go to queue, 7 years, you buried in learning. After 7 years, you'll be recruited to work as a medical doctor in Du or somewhere in Yagua. And what happens to you? That is who you are. You're trying to perfect your experience. You're trying to build on being a better doctor. You're begging to be recruited, to be employed, to be transferred to maybe Yaoundé or Douala. But who are you? You are the A student of Cameroon. The A student of Cameroon. But think, for instance, that we, the entrepreneurs here in China, we step back in Cameroon, the vision of creating a hospital. Who are you going to employ? You're going to go back to those doctors and offer them money. They have to work for you. So, you do not have to rely on perfection. You have to rely on the of a solution and then get the A students to help you solve it. Do not wait and say, I'm not good enough. No. Think about it, work on it, and trust me, you'll get a result. So I want to encourage all the students here, the student body here, keep the mindset, do not work for any perfection. Nobody wants a perfect person. You will fail anyway. When you start any business, you fail first. You have to create that gap for experience of failure, and then before you continue to move up. And well, I will go very fast because we'll be waiting for long. So the first thing here which I indicate is you spot out a problem. That's the first thing. Sit here, spot a problem. Where you're from and where you are gives you a chance to spot a problem quicker. You're in China, you're from Cameroon. You can spot a difference and you spin a problem from any of those. Secondly, use your China learned knowledge. Most of China learned knowledge inspires us a great deal. I want to tell you very clearly that China is not ready to employ you. China is not ready to employ Cameroonians. Every time you try that, they tell you there are more Chinese that are unemployed. We have to focus on our population. Cameroon has to solve its own problems. That is the reaction from China, and that's great patriotism. So do not think that you're going to work here and you're going to study here and work here. No, it's going to be tough. Even when you go back to Cameroon to work, you know what Chinese companies do? They carry their employees from China, they take them to Cameroon, they work with them. So trust me, if you don't create a startup mindset, an entrepreneurial mindset, you might be left hanging and you lose the knowledge you've been learning because you will soon jump into some other careers that are not what you really can produce. We all have to work hard to take out our best. Our potentials have to be pulled out. So, and the next one is form a team. Team. We have talked about a team here so many times. It's rather unfortunate, but it's a great thing that we're talking about it, because actually Cameroonians have it difficult to form teams. And but I'll give you the experience of China and how I formed the team at Lelemall. When I started Lelemall, I was alone. I thought of the vision, I put it down, I went out to work, I recruited a development team, a tech team, I started Lelemall. First, do something first. Do something first. When you do something and then you call your team and call anybody and say, hey, I've got this working here. Come, see how you can do. Trust me, nobody can build a great company alone. You need teamwork. So you first build on your entrepreneurial mind, and then after that you pull on a team that will get interested in what you do. That is a common vision, and then you restructure, you build, and you go faster. Cameroonians are slow in performance because of lack of teamwork. We all are bosses, we are entrepreneurs in our minds, so we want to do it ourselves. We want to make it happen individually. We want to break the rules and make everything happen. So I still encourage, build a team. You will be a team by and have very resourceful students back in the universities in Cameroon. You can employ them at relatively cheaper salaries and build a team with them to produce what you want to do. This way it begins to create as an aspect of starting up in Cameroon and staying in China, because you'll be transferring the knowledge from here and taking it back to Cameroon, implementing it with your team there. And of course, it's going to be a hack system that you break through many boundaries. These are some of, I was just pointing at this board to show so many things that exist in China that we still have a full gap in Cameroon. You don't want to start this when you're old, just start it now. It will fail so many times, so if you're waiting to fail when you're older, then it might be a problem. Just start it now, fail tomorrow, and then the next year you catch up. So think about what we have in China, the solutions we have in China. How easy are stuff in China? Why are they easy? Replicate and fail, and then replicate again and succeed. That is the pattern of growth. And first thing, don't wait for government funding, it never comes, and start with what you have. People get scared of starting something because they say, where do I get the money? But I trust me, most of those successful companies in the world come from ideas, not from money. Once you build a great vision and you invest on it and you put your passion on that, money will come. Money will follow a great vision. So I want to encourage everyone sitting here today. I want you to lean back, look at your vision, impact on your vision, focus on it, work on it, and trust me, money will flow. Because people like things that are growing positive. Everybody wants to invest in a Bitcoin because they think it's going to grow tomorrow. So once you have a great vision, it's like a Bitcoin. People will put on it because they think it's going to grow tomorrow and they will join you in it. And another thing is, pick up, I'll go to this one, seek mentorship. I was impressed by professionals sitting here expressing themselves, telling their experiences. These are great mentors. We cannot underscore them. All the students in China have to pick one person from the panelists, 2, 3. talk to them, hook up with them, learn from them, and go. Nobody succeeds without mentorship. Nobody succeeds without mentorship. I say it again. Pick a mentor. Learn from the mentor. They're going to give you a step-by-step guide. They'll tell you, oh, watch out. I know we are so brilliant, Cameroonians, but I want to assure you that if you pick a mentor, you're going to perform better. And all these guys that sat on the panelists here, they are who you need. They have great experiences. Pick them, talk to them, hook up with them, be friends with them. You are not equals. I know China has kind of labeled people in a way that everyone seems to feel equal to every other person. But if we want to grow, we have to step that degree of respect and know that people have existed. They have grown, they have gone through experiences. They can teach us something. And I'm pushing every student sitting here, not only students, everyone sitting here, pick someone you can talk to about your vision. Pick someone who can mentor and talk to, and make sure that your vision is coordinated to success. Because a vision without a mentor is going to be a failure. The last one is you have to build a tech solution. I won't talk about. If you want to download it and check it, it is a combination of Amazon and AliExpress. Check it. We are scalable. We can get into any country in one day and build an e-commerce system in that country. We already have Nigeria, USA, Cameroon, China. Cameroon is our first focus market, not because of the advantages we got there, but because charity begins at home, as they say. That is the only reason we picked Cameroon, because of the support system. We will not pick Cameroon because the logistical system is weak. The finance system is weak. We still run on what we call that, mobile money payment and stuff like that. So from today, I want us to take tech like another cash crop for Cameroon, because we are from China and we see it happening there. This could be a revolution for Cameroonians to be the leaders of tech industry in Africa, because we can scale quick. And working with the team I have, I think that Cameroonians are quite brilliant. And I will not forget to say that our team is all inclusive. If anyone is interested to join Lelemall one way or the other, just contact me or contact Mr. Smith. He's the operational officer. We want to build a tech company that no African community has ever built. So thank you, and we need all of us to join in this revolution and transform Cameroon using tech. Thank you very much.
Merci.
J'ai posé une question, on ne m'a pas répondu. Ce n'est pas une entrepreneuriat, et je sais que les entrepreneurs subissent souvent de la pression. Comment j'ai cette pression-là, la pression mentale là? Je ne sais pas si je me fais comprendre. Comment vous gérez cette pression? Parce qu'il y a souvent une forte pression et parfois on peut être dégoûté par certaines choses de la vie. Vous faites comment pour gérer cette pression-là? Vous faites comment pour gérer la pression?
Oh, we have to translate. How do you deal with the pressure you face every day in your business, being an entrepreneur?
Well, there is always going to be a lot of pressure as you give up bread for passion, right? There is something we call bread and passion in life. Bread is what you need to survive on a daily basis, to put food on your table daily. We call that your bread. And passion is your vision, which you want to achieve like a man, the impact you want to create in this world. That is your passion. That's what you want to do. There is a pressure separating that, especially in a country like China, because they do not have any financial support for startups that are quite clear. I'll be talking with her to get some support recently because she was talking about that. So how to manage the pressure in the process is make sure that you first thing from your team, split out your pressure from your team. Share your pressure. Share your pressure. You cannot do everything. Once you get a team, there is always a chance of a joint success. And with other pressures surrounding that, there are solutions that you'll find that come to every problem. And when you talk to your team and to your mentorship, trust me, you can handle your pressure individually, and you can spread it out for easy success. Thank you. Do I answer you? All right.
Okay, I have another question here. I have three questions.
Yeah.
Three questions. One, but
All right.
what does it mean, Lelemall? And then where the inspiration coming from? And how do you manage the procrastination? Like when you want to open a new things, like a new business or like a new startup. So this is my three questions.
Can you come again, please? I was a little bit distracted.
I was saying that what does it mean, Lelemall? And then where the inspiration coming from? Like when you want to create that Lelemall, like what was your inspiration? And also how did you manage the procrastination? Because sometimes you say you have 4 years, next year and next year, maybe why not next year I will open it,
All right. I want to answer your question, please. The question number one is, what is Lelemall? I want to say Lelemall is like Lelemall. Lelemall. The name came from, well, if you use it in the Chinese language, which I'm sure your first lesson must have taught you, is like happy mall, happy shopping mall. And if you look at like in the Cameroon context, you see that the mall, it's just like the mall. And when we were picking this name, my key thought was trying to create a concept that will be replicated, that will be understood by everybody in every market. So that's why I picked the name. And how I came up with Lelemall, the first thing that happened was, before COVID, I was running an education institution in Shanghai with so many students, about 300 students and about 12 staff. It was so much pressure, and when the COVID came, the pressure was so huge. I couldn't meet up with the payments of the salaries for teachers, the payment of rents, and to catch up with everything. But the inspiration came. First, it came because when you look at I always thought about that, the coordination. How do Cameroonians, how do foreigners sell in China? How do they sell in China? They all post on WeChat, they all post on WhatsApp. It's uncoordinated, and there are financial hurdles and there are problems surrounding that. So first thing I thought, how can we solve this? And equally, we sitting here, there are products we would like to recommend to our friends, but we don't have the means to recommend that. So I was thinking about a system that can help us communicate and do trade within ourselves, like foreigners in China. And the other hit that came to me was like, what does China need from you? China needs you to sell their products abroad. China needs you to buy. The only thing China needs from you is to buy. If you don't buy, you are nothing. So what do we do? Why are they pushing this concept? They're pushing this concept, and who are they targeting? We are consumers, we are buyers. We don't sell, but that is hindering our progress because we do not break the chain of demand and supply. They only sell to us, and Alipay, Alibaba, and Taobao, they create their portals. They only use us as buyers. It's so difficult for us to sell on those platforms, even Amazon. So how will Cameroon grow if they only buy? How will we change in unemployment level? How do we spark innovation in Cameroon if we only buy? How do we sell our own local Chinese products? We should be able to sell to other countries, but we don't have a system. Amazon doesn't give us a chance to sell. Taobao doesn't give us a chance to sell. AliExpress doesn't give us a chance to sell. They only give us a chance to buy. We buy. Then how do they buy from us? If they start buying from us, there's one thing we will do. Demand will increase from our producers. They will need to supply more. And what will that bring to us? Innovation. To be thinking, how do we produce to meet up with the demand chain? With this innovation, what will Cameroon get? Employment increases, unemployment cuts down. Looking at the government, national cake reduces. Not everybody is going to go to INAM or work like a teacher. So that also sparked my thought, and I sat down and I crafted this concept on how to impact our own country using the resources we have. And we here in China are best placed because we are living in the production house of the world. So, the last part of the question, did I answer? Oh, procrastination. Oh, that I will start. There's a mindset of an entrepreneur. There's a mindset of doing your own things. You have to make it. When you live in the pressure of having to get your own money to pay your rent and pay your own food, you will start what you need to start. When you go and lay supper and be paid every month, you procrastinate. You have to take the challenge of living yourself and do what you want to do and ready to fail. Once you are on your own, you will not procrastinate. You will dive into what you want to do, and I'm sure that you'll get results. Thank you.
On est là pour vous donner des informations et tout. Vous avez tellement d'enthousiasme, beaucoup de questions. On va en prendre deux. Deux encore. S'il vous plaît, soyez bref et concis. Merci.
Ok, bonjour tout le monde. Je me présente. I am Tajuken Falferi from Jansu Normal University, Suzhou City. I graduate from bachelor degree on international trade and management. I also make entrepreneurship at my pastime. Okay, now I got a company, I create a company from Hong Kong, and I'm modifying some models. I'm working with factories, we modify models, and we sell in Cameroon. So my need now is a lover in China. So I want to, for your experiences, how you deal with Chinese people or with the lower problems.
Loyalty.
Yes, loyalty when you in China.
China does business. They do not do loyalty and they do not do empathy. There is no empathy in business with China. This is one of the advantages of a huge population. If you buy from me today, you care, you don't come back. This guy will buy. We have 1.3 billion people to come. China has a business model which focuses on the next customer. They don't focus on the prior customer. And one of the reasons is that if you focus on, they believe that you create trust and loyalty by getting used to the people. And the truth is this, you will pay more because you are loyal. Chinese people can only cheat someone they trust. They will bring in the new customer with all dedication, all passion, and all discounts. But you will go for the second time, you will not doubt them. So it's easy for them to, manipulate the price and talk to you differently. So what I want to suggest you do in terms of loyalty and Chinese business, keep focus and continue to build. Move to the next. Don't expect the second customer, the first customer to keep coming to you and getting it as good as you got on the first day. Your second pay will be different. And they will do everything to do your second package and third package and reduction. And they're good at that. China is purely capitalist selling mode, and they have no empathy attached to that. It's not a Christian country. It's a business country. So cut it off and move like a businessman 100%. If you try to mix emotions and business, you get hurt.
Please keep the mic. The last question.
Listen guys, we will actually make a little presentation about Lelemall later on during the gala night, and we will bring the code of Lelemall so that everyone can download Lelemall, can ask any question regarding Lelemall. But if the question is about entrepreneurship, that's best for this hour, because later on our focus is going to be Lelemall and getting downloads. Okay?
Thank you for letting me do this. From Beijing Institute of Technology. So I have two questions for you. My first question being, have you ever found yourself in a situation where you have multiple ideas and you don't know which to choose from, which to follow? So if you found yourself in that situation, how do you distinguish, how do you pick from the many? And my second question is, currently I have a project, a little project I'm working on. I have a team of 3, and basically it's another tech, a software basically. So my question is, from your experience, if indeed we succeed in creating this software, this platform, after creation, what is the next step for you think we should take as a team? Because basically it's just us in our rooms and the software we're building and nothing more. Thank you.
I'll start from the last question because it's more fundamental. The first question I could I'll start from the last question. One thing you must know you're a tech guy, one thing you have to understand is this: you do not form a team of similar minds. If you want to form a team, get somebody who does what you cannot do. So, looking at your 3-man team now, I want to suppose that most of them are in the same mindset and tech mindset. Yes, if it is in the same tech mindset, then you need somebody that can work like an administrator. You need somebody that can work like a finance. You need somebody that can do marketing, somebody that can run operations. If you get similar mindset people create a business, it will fail. Why? A business has so many departments and components. It's a whole industry. So you're going for your next partners, look at those who have what you need and you don't have. Yeah, is that okay? And for the first question, which you said multiple ideas in your minds and you get confused on which one to pick. What I want to say is there is something with the Gen Z generation. There are many ideas because there's so much happening. There's so much happening right now. There are going to be many things coming in your mind. If the projects are not heavy projects, I will advise you to find a way, and you are not a tech guy anymore. You are now an entrepreneur. You're a boss. You're going to form a team to target different directions. You're going to use your knowledge in tech, your knowledge in this idea. You start learning different aspects of business, because if you only focus on your tech knowledge to build these various visions, it's not going to work. You're going to be a tech guy. You're not going to be a businessman. But as a businessman, what you got to do is you know everything about your company, and then you choose people to handle the aspects of your company. This way, you grow with various ideas you have. So I would suggest that you don't give up those ideas. You may lay them to sleep while you focus first on the first one. Then you begin to look around, because when you meet people like in this gathering, you know who fits what idea. But then you come out, because many visions get killed because people feel confused and they want to focus. It is said that focus is good. Pick one thing, put your mind on it and focus well. But that is a little bit outdated nowadays, because now a single income stream doesn't really help much. It could crash. The world is fast. It's going to update, so you go handicap, broke. So thank you.
Thank you very much to this panel. You gave out great advice, Engineer Tiako, Mr. Smith, Miss Patricia, and Mr. Peter. So a round of applause for our entire panel. Now.